It's a deep question, bro.
Well, you know, I have to urge them to hit a laptop, man, and Google my name. You know,
there's a lot of stories out there, bro.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I'm a guy who stand up for what he believe in, man. You know, I just happen to do this music thing and be very successful at it. And you know, I'm from Atlanta.
Right.
You know, music is one of the things I do. Movies is another one of the things I do. And you know, I'm blessed. I'm blessed enough to be able to, you know, use those things to open other doors for me.
Right. I mean, I'm telling y'all, producing, writing, acting. I mean, you doing a lot of community things. And my thing is, how does it feel to be in your position? 'Cause a lot of cats now, I mean, it's no secret now, you've had charges, you know, things like that. We all got, I had charges in my past too.
Yeah.
But to come from that, to come from such a negative thing and turn it into a blessing to take money that you make and give back to, you know, the community. You know, what made you do that? And what's your passion for it?
I mean, you know, that's where I come from.
Right.
You know, if I come from the community, I'm going to feel obligated to give back to the community. You know, I think a big piece of me is the community.
Right.
You know, I think that's a part of who I am, and you know, the morals, the standards, the principles that I got, you know, came from the same hood as I give back to.
Right. Real recognize real, man. You know, we talked in the background before we got on the air how I've been in the game over 20 years, DJing, doing radio, and it doesn't matter what you do, you always got somebody on the come up that want to do their hate thing, they want to live, make their rep off of you.
Sure.
You know, and there's no way to really stop that. But my thing is, how does that really make you feel when, you know, instead of people giving you love for what you've done, showing you respect for what you've done, they take it upon themselves to just say, you know what, let me discredit this guy so I can come up. You know, how does that really make you feel inside? Records say one thing when you're dissing and beefing on records, but I mean personally, how does that make you feel inside?
Well, I mean, you got to understand it for what it is. You know, if you're being emotional about it,
right?
You know, it's easier to play yourself out the game real easy, you know what I'm saying? But if you're thinking about it and you step back and you observe, acknowledge it, accept it, then you know, you decide whether or not you're gonna address it, demolish it, dismiss it, you know, because at the end of the day, everything we do, man, is a reflection of us. So what people do, you know, if it's not worthy, then it's a reflection of that person. At the end of the day, man, you're responsible for your actions, for everything you say and everything you do. Once you say it and once you do it, it's out there in the world with your name attached to it.
Right.
So now people get the opportunity to judge whether or not what you just did was something of a stand-up nature, or if it was something of a slimy, you know, a slimy sideways backbiting nature, you know. And you know, your actions and the moves you make and the things you do will have people determine whether or not you a hater, whether or not you a leader, whether or not you a winner, or whether or not you a sucker.
That's what's up. That's real talk right there. iPower, iPower921.com. The two kings are in the building. Your boy King Tutt and the king of the South, T.I. And I think a lot of people in the business do not realize that real recognize real.
Yeah.
What you rap about is what you've seen, what you've lived in your life. And people forget. They're looking at you as T.I., oh, he's the star, he's this, he's that. But what they don't realize is you come from a hood where people don't forget what you do on the street.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not about, oh, he a star, we're not going to have beef with him. We're not going to do this. People don't realize you got to protect yourself on the street.
Yeah.
Enemies are real.
Yeah.
Friends are real too.
That's real.
So when you go, like when the whole thing happened for the BET Awards and you got arrested, and we're not going to get into that. We're not going to talk about it. But the fact that you got to do time behind it. You know, my thing is, a lot of these courts and systems, when they get rappers in the system, they treat you like, oh, well, oh, he's a superstar. He should know better than that. How about you come in my hood and see what I got to deal with every day when I walk the streets?
Well, you can't expect people to understand something that they've never had to deal with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, whereas I've had to deal with the law before.
Right.
So I should understand it. You know what I'm saying? I've had to, you know, I already know. I know right from wrong, and I know, you know what I'm saying, what I am and ain't supposed to be doing.
Right.
And so I think that you got to accept responsibility for the part you played in that.
But
and do what it take to move forward. Of course, you know what I'm saying, there are certain explanations.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There are certain worthy explanations that some people may say justify my means, but
survival.
But that still don't take away from the fact that at the end of the day, man, you know, it's all gonna end and begin with, did he break the law?
Right.
Not was he justified?
Right. Did he have a good reason?
Did he break the law? And if he broke the law, people are gonna think that, you know, there should be some reprimanding for that.
Exactly.
And so I accept full responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to do everything necessary to put that behind me and move forward.
Exactly. And speaking of that, now something that really it pissed me off, tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
A song on 50 Cent's album with G Unit. Now I don't know where this so-called beef from 50 Cent is coming from, out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But there's a song on the TOS album where he's pretty much saying he's directing it at you.
Yeah.
About how much time you get. My thing is, why is you worrying about how much time this man is getting?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, man, you know, I don't know if you heard it or not, but 50, you know what I'm saying, has been asked about that. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, somebody had asked him about that. And out his own mouth, he said he wasn't talking about me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said he
Have you heard the song?
Yeah, I heard it. He said
what did you think when you heard the lyrics in the song?
I mean, I think it's
first impression. The minute you heard it, somebody told you to check this song out on TOS.
I think it's very easy to assume that he is talking about me.
Right.
But at the same time, in a position like, man, you know what I'm saying, you can't jump to a conclusion and let an unnecessary situation turn into a situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if I know, like I've said before, if I know 50 like I think I know 50, he ain't never really bit his tongue and mixed no words and had no problem with saying no names before. He ain't never put no riddles out there before.
And you've never had any beef with him before?
Nah.
So where's that coming from? So,
I mean, you know,
is it just to make $1? You know what I mean?
I mean, hey,
has it come to that in the music business now that you trying to disrespect somebody on something personal?
One thing I can say is I can't jump to no conclusions. All I can go off of is what was said out of person's mouth. And
when I interview him, I'm gonna ask him about it.
Yeah.
And that's a promise for everybody listening to the radio station right now, because I know them cats and I'm down with Young Buck too. But I will ask him about that because it seems like that's what the message was trying to be put out.
Yeah, he say leave it. He say, you know, I'm gonna leave it up to the fans. He say I ain't got no problem saying nobody's name if I got a problem with him. He say I ain't got no problem with T.I. But, you know, I'm gonna leave it up to the fan. But anyway, you know, for anybody who had any questions or concerns about my agreement, it's public record.
Exactly.
You can pull it up online. If cooperation was a part of my agreement,
right,
it would have been in there.
Exactly.
They wouldn't have hid that. They ain't got nothing. They ain't got no reason to hide no information for me. If it's a such thing as a cooperating witness, if anyone is a cooperating witness, there's a such thing called an affidavit.
Educate the people. Educate them, baby.
An affidavit. If you telling on somebody and you talking about somebody and you get time cut because of that, you must make a statement putting this person in the place in the commission of a crime.
Exactly.
And after you make that statement, you must sign that statement.
Yes.
Once this person is charged, this person will receive this statement along with the rest of his discovery, because that's evidence against him.
Exactly.
And his lawyer will bring him a piece of this paper, and it won't be no question of whether or not you told on him. When that person go to court, you're going to have to be in court and go take the stand, point your finger. And if it wasn't for all of this is necessary to get time cut. If you could do all this without getting time, if you could skip over all of this and still get time cut, there would be no such thing as the Witness Protection Program.
Woo! Break it down. Once again, you are now down with the Kings. Your boy King Tutt, the King of the South, T.I. It's iPower 921, iPower921.com. Keep it locked, baby.